Sorry, it has been all day and I have not recorded anything. Actually, I'm just getting the vlog up from yesterday, and yeah, that took quite a while. There were 44 shots, but there's actually some pretty funny footage, which I guess you've already seen because this is the day after that, so you've already seen it, so never mind. But yeah, there were two places where I was actually recording. Here's the deal. With this camera, I know I've said it before, but this camera, I can't actually see what I'm recording, hence the reason, like, you get crazy hair sometimes, whatever. So I couldn't see what I was doing, and, like, you push the button, and sometimes this, like, horrible orange light, which you'll see me, like, oh, that comes on, and sometimes it doesn't, so you just never know. It's just crazy. But anyway, so I recorded the entire outro, only to find out that I actually didn't record it. Instead, I was watching our feet walk to the parking lot. So, been kind of a last day or so. Okay, truth be told, this is actually 2 days, but because I had one that went up late, I had actually bought me a day, which was good, because we did nothing yesterday. I worked on schoolwork the whole time, got everything done. I was working on getting my presentation done and everything else, so it was, or not presentation, what was I doing yesterday? I was doing something, but why do I feel like, was that it? I guess it was, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so today I just made some matzo ball soup for lunch. Oh, I know what it was yesterday. I wasn't feeling well, that's what the deal was. And I had to go to the store, and it was just a day. Today's been the same thing. I also got a lot of the Christmas decorations up. And I know everybody's, oh, it's not even Thanksgiving. Here's the deal. I did this last year, too. I love Christmas. Love it. I love the fall, but I love Christmas. And somehow there's so much work that goes into getting everything up for Christmas. So it's like you have, for fall, like I usually put stuff up in September. So you've got September, October, November. Then you wait till the end of November before you put stuff up for Christmas. You've got a month, and then you've got to take it back down. Christmas, as far as I'm concerned, could last all year long, and I'd be happy. I love Christmas. So what I started doing last year was, within the first week or two of fall, plus, like, I didn't know what my schedule was, and especially now, because tomorrow, actually, I should get my actual schedule. I don't know what my schedule's going to be. So I could be working and then not have the opportunity to get everything up. So I was like, you know what, forget it. So here's what I did. I will show you. This is what I did yesterday, and that's why I'm getting it up. But, well, that's why I didn't get the vlog done. But I will show you. I was really frustrated. When we used to live in Indiana, we had a shed that, oh, it's a dry shed. That's what we were told when we first moved in. Yeah, okay. So last year, I pulled out all the Christmas plates and everything else and the towels, and they were covered in mold. So this year when I put them in, I tried to really make sure they were dry. Nope. This is the remnants of some of the molds. This is a table runner that I have, and I've, like, washed it 3 times. I bleached it. I'm so afraid to get it messed up. Like, there's some more here, so it's just, yeah, this is the worst spot right there. That's terrible. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing, actually running some more of the dish towels. So here's what still has to go up. So this is the box full of the Christmas decorations, and then Josh wants to put up the train around the tree, so we're going to do that on Thursday, hopefully. And get that up. But here is what the house looks like. Oh, my ironing board's out. But here's our, take you a tour around the house. There's our wreath. There's the fireplace. It just looks cozy and Christmassy. Except for the stuff that's out here, but there's Markiplier there. There's our little cubby. I love this. There you go. There's more stuff up there. And the tree, which still looks nice even though it's not even done. And this, when I worked at the Disney store years and years ago, I don't know, a jillion years ago when I was in college, I won this. We had a cast member Christmas party, and there was a raffle, and that was my take-home. So I have that, which came from there, and I've had it all these years. I've restrung the lights about 50 times, but that's it. But here's the ode to Thanksgiving. So I left the Thanksgiving table up, but all the Christmas plates, I had to pull them all out, and they were all full of mold, and I've got the Christmas glasses that are drying, so, and then I got my uniform. I got to iron and get ready for tomorrow, so yay! So that's what I've been doing all day, and that's really why I haven't vlogged very much. just trying to get that stuff done. So, yeah, that's about what's. So here we are, my uniform, all done, pressed, ready to go. Funny thing is about this thing is that this shirt, and okay, granted they were khaki pants and they weren't slacks, but this shirt, hands down, the exception of this would have been a paw print instead of my name or my badge. That would have been a paw print. Other than that, yeah, this is exactly what I wore to school every day, all through high school, so minus the blazer. Although it was the 80s, so it would have been oversized. And, yeah, but flashbacks, kind of funny. That light, every time. So, I actually just got off the phone with my dad not too long ago, and I am trying to consciously make the effort to, whenever, like, I'm showing something, to go a little bit slower. And he was like, we're going to try to make that chicken that you made, but it was like 30 seconds, 10 seconds, okay, we're done. And he was like, forget that. So I hope you guys realized with the soup vlog that I made the other day, if you don't like the recipes, just fast forward through them. I mean, you can just, it was like, well, I said, you know, when I made them, like I make the recipe thing, it's like, that's part of like daily vlogging. You're not always out and doing park stuff and going all the time because, let's face it, you'd be exhausted. Sometimes, some days are just like normal, this is what we're doing today. But for those of you who've had the pleasure of having my cooking, I'm a really great cook. So, and I know like a lot, and I had a catering business and everything else, so I know a lot of my friends that's one of the things, they're like, how did you make this? How did you make this? And I wish for years that I had vlogged, because I would have had like a lot of what I do, and a lot of the parties and stuff that's kind of like, just except for pictures, it's kind of gone now, but anyway, and I don't plan on getting back into that again, but I do, you know, I still cook all the time. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I will consciously make the effort to really go through the steps of what I'm doing. I try to do it quick enough to where you could pause it. I mean, it's not a full-on cooking show, you know, but if you really are interested in the recipes, I'm more than happy to do it. Now, here's another thing. If you, like, my mom just posted a recipe of a cranberry, like Christmas cranberry pound cake that looked amazing, looked so delicious. So, you know, if you have, like, some recipe suggestions or things, you know, let me know what they are. I'll be happy to make them and, you know, give approval on them or whatever, and show you how to be able to do them. So for a long time, that was something that I thought I might do, is start cooking classes, because one of the ways that I cook is just to cook. Like, I learned how to cook basically from my dad, who decided he was going to teach himself how to cook, bought The Joy of Cooking, the most convoluted cookbook on the face of God's earth, and literally would, like, cook until, like, 12 o'clock at night and then be like, this is garbage, throw it in the way, and then we wind up at McDonald's or Denny's or something in the middle of the night. But that's how I learned to cook. And so he would teach me things along the way, and I was, like, helping out in the kitchen from the time I was super little. And then really where my cooking skills and my cooking chops, per se, really came into play was as I got older. When I was, like, in elementary school, middle school, Julia Childs was on. And I think pretty much everybody my age who cooks, that was kind of our inspiration. Like, she was kind of, her and, it wasn't Wolfgang Puck, but it was one of those guys, my mom would remember. They used to have television shows, and so I used to, like, have, like, a cooking show in my kitchen, and I started by making eggs. And so what I would do is I would go through the spice cabinet and, like, add stuff, and my dad's like, you can experiment with what you want, but you have to make it. So it was usually very good. The only time it was ever disgusting was that marjoram, I think, it's not marjoram, it's marjoram, I don't even know how to pronounce it, whatever, because it's a spice I will never, ever, ever use. It was so disgusting. But everything else, it helps you to know what the flavors are. So the reality is, in cooking, you don't have to be afraid of cooking. Just do it, because worst case scenario, you have one meal that's not so great. You know, live and learn. But it's a great way to be able to do it. So I cook without fear. I don't usually measure unless I'm baking, and that's why I don't bake, because I hate baking, because everything has to be precise and measured, and that's not me, because math, science, ugh. So anyway, but that's why I do love to cook, because you can be super creative and you can do fun things. That's why I don't mind baking, like, out of a box, because I can, all the measurements done, I just need to add a few extra ingredients, but then I can spice it up and, you know, make it more fun the way I want to do it. So anyway, that's just it. So with that, though, I am going to sign off because I need to be up early tomorrow for day 3 of orientation, but I'm so excited because this is my real day. Like, I actually start in guest services tomorrow, so I'm really super excited about that, and still can't tell you anything about it. Oh, I was going to tell you the other day, and I forgot. Yeah, I know I keep saying what an amazing company Universal is to work for, and they truly, truly are. Over Veterans Day, they have just put out a new thing that's like they want to hire over 10,000 veterans, 100,000 veterans in the next 5 years, something like that. That's Comcast, NBC Universal, which is awesome. I mean, that's just amazing. Their benefits are ridiculous. They're so good. But one of the things that impressed me the most, which I did not know, is that if you have an ADA approved, which is American Disabilities Act, has to be approved, because it used to be people would be like, oh, this snake is my, it's a service animal. They were like, we have seen everything. We've seen snakes, raccoons, rats. I mean, you name it, people tried to bring it in. So there has to be ADA approved, and as of right now, the ADA approves 2 different animals. One are dogs, and the other are ponies, like Shetland ponies, which I had no idea that was a thing, but that's what they are. So those are both approved, and you can bring a dog or a pony, if it's a service animal, to Universal. And you just go into guest services, you get the ADA pass for them, and in all of the rides, most of the rides are equipped so that the service animal can actually sit by your feet safely the entire time, which is a lot of times you think that you're going into a ride. In other parks, if you notice, the floors of some of the rides are not rubberized. At Universal they are, and they're specifically because of the animals, so that they don't slide. And, well, I mean, people too, but there's some that aren't like that, and that you would just, go in and sit down. You wouldn't think about it. But on those, they're actually rubberized floors. The other thing is, for the rides that you can't, like a roller coaster or something, there are kennels at the right by, so you can be with your animal, and then you can put your animal into the kennel, get on the ride, and come out, and your animal will be waiting for you. There are also places all over both Universal and Islands of Adventure where you can go and get water and shade and grass away from the park for your service animal. So that's just like, to me, that's above and beyond. Whoever would have thought to do something like that? So it's pretty amazing. I mean, I'm really, really, really just more and more impressed with Universal all the time. So they're amazing. Hope you guys have a great night. We will see you tomorrow. And remember, it is all part of the plan. Night.